Hey guys, I wanted to share a story with you guys about something that happened to me the other day. It was like a week ago, I think. It was like Thursday, Wednesday night. Um, so I was having really bad headache, and oh yeah, that's my TV. I'm watching Rich Love, peak YouTuber. Um, I was I had really bad headache, and I just got off of my Xbox, and I walked to the bathroom and I used the bathroom and I'm still having that terrible throbbing in my head. And I'm like, I walk out of the bathroom and, um, okay, anyways, I was walking out of the bathroom, right? And my ears were still ringing because if I hadn't already said that yet, they were ringing before I walked into the bathroom. And everything was like muffled. And then, since I hadn't eaten anything other than some chicken nuggets, I went blind temporarily. And I'm not even joking, dude. This stuff happens. If you don't get enough electrolytes in your body, this could happen to you. So I'm after I can't see anything for a while, I'm like, dude, what in the world is happening? And then I start freaking out because my stupid, I don't know. I hadn't eaten anything other than some nuggets, and that wasn't a lot. I hadn't eaten anything for like 3 hours, or more. I don't know how long it was, but I I couldn't see anything. I tried to feel my hands and legs fell asleep, so that it made it even harder for me to get back to my room. And like you know, I would do any other person would do. I would try to feel my way back to my room, but like I just said, my hands and legs were asleep. So the only logical thing that I would do, uh, I would I was like sitting down on my steps, like right next to my room, and I started freaking out and I was calling for my mom. My mom comes in here and she's like, "Yes," and I'm like, "Mom, I can't see anything," and I'm like literally sitting there I'm like whimpering, I'm like scared out of my mind, and she comes up here and she takes me downstairs. After a while, after I can see everything, my ears are still ringing kind of, and once I get once I get down there, the ringing ends, and then my mom gives me something to drink. It's like flavored water with like electrolytes in it, and then she tells me to go eat a slice of pizza that we had, but see I didn't once the pizza got there, we were gonna have it for dinner. I wasn't really hungry, and then that must have been the case, other than me not taking my epilepsy medicine. Um, but I took it right after that. But stupid I drank. I was sitting there. I could see my hands shaking like this. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm just trying to make it like a visual what it was looking like. And then yeah, it was pretty dark in here, but it's like 1 in the morning, and I'm I'm still freaked out. I drink that water with the electrolytes in it, and everything's back to normal. But I asked my mom if I can go back to my room, and I'm like, you know. Anyways, I was like, can I go back to my room? And my mom was like, no, you're gonna stay down here for a second. I was like, oh, okay, mom. So I sit down there, and my mom's watching this movie called Bridgeport or something. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, hey, mom, what's this movie? And she's like, it's called Bridgeport or something. I don't remember what she said. And then my dad comes in, and he's like, you doing all right? And I'm like, yeah. And then I'm telling him what happened because he didn't really see anything that happened, but he was still in the house. And then when I was still on the stairs, my dad walks up behind my mom, and I'm like, "What's happening?" And he's like, And then after I come downstairs, he's like he couldn't see anything, and his ears were ringing, and he couldn't feel. He was like blind, and um, again, I'm not even kidding. This happened like a week ago, and I'm not even kidding you for you guys that think I'm just trying to get attention. This actually happened. I'm not even kidding. I'm 12, and this was like scared of the ever living and insanity out of me. And then I'm sitting down there, and then I asked, like, 20 minutes later, if I can go back to my room. She finally says yes. And, well, before that, I'm getting caught up in this. Mom calls my grandma a couple times. She doesn't answer because she's at work that day. And I'm like, I think grandma has work, mom. And she's like, I know. And I'm like, you probably shouldn't be calling her then. And she's like, I'm just trying to see if we should do something about this. And uh, fast forward, and then I asked my mom if I could get back to my room. She finally says yes. And I take a little break from my TV, and I'm just looking up at the ceiling, and I'm like, what just happened? And then fast forward to this week, my mom calls my grandma, and she asked like about what had happened, and my grandma sounded super concerned, and she's like at the hospital, like, because she like works as a nurse. And I'm like, I'm like, and then my mom passes the phone to me, and I'm like, hey, hey, grandma. And she's like, hi, honey. I was like, I heard what happened to you the other day. Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, grandma. And I was just a little freaked out, is all. And she's like, well, we're gonna get you an appointment scheduled, okay? I was like, okay. And she's like, also one for your seventh grade vaccines because I somehow haven't gotten those yet. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then pass the phone back to my mom. And yeah, that is really freaky. No, no, like I'm not even kidding. This happened again. Like for the third time, this happened. I'm telling the truth, guys. I was like crying. I know I sound like a big wimp. I was crying. I have a reason to. I was crying, and I was sitting there, and I was freaking out because I'm 12, and this stuff gets to me easily. And like after I'm like sitting up there for a while, I just completely forget about it. And I was thinking about posting this last week after it happened. What was I saying? I forgot. I'm probably gonna end the video here. It's already 8 minutes long, and it's like 1 a.m. and I should get back to bed. Um, I hope you guys have a great night and nothing like this ever happens to you guys. But that's all I really wanted to share. I'm not. It was terrible. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good night. I need to get back to bed. It's almost 2 a.m. I believe. Now 1:18. I still need to get back to bed, but I'm gonna end the video here. It's summer, by the way, so I'm able to. I I'm awake at this time like I'm allowed to, but like I'm usually in bed by 9. But since it's summer, I decided to spend my time, like take my time and stuff. But okay, enough with that. I should really actually get back to bed. I just wanted to do something because I was bored, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Not because I want attention, but just because it was something that I've never experienced before, and it was scary and it was terrifying. Anyways, good night, everyone. See you tomorrow.